point of life is life. This is a quote from Osho, one of the spirit guides. As you can tell, we got the nature outside, we got the trees outside, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling so much good energy that I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, relay it over to you. Not even gonna cap. So anyways, like I was doing that research on life and consciousness and how we can live a better and better existence. Came across this video by Osho. The point of life is what he was getting at. And I thought it really reflected well because, at the end of the day, we can strive. And even once we receive what we strive after, it just comes the next thing to strive after. At least in my perspective, we get that thing and then we want to evolve to the next thing. And there really is no point of just reaching like, oh, we did it and that's good. And that's not even the point of life. The point of life is life, and that's something worth thinking about, because if the point of life is life, then what are we really doing here besides just trying to live, thrive, express life? And how does life express itself? Life express, we can just take to the trees, like this beautiful tree out here. What is that tree doing? It's chilling. It's cultivating itself. It's seeing its next steps, and it's taking those steps in joy and in peace. You don't see the tree grow day by day. You see it grow 1 year to the next year, 10 years to the next 10 years. And does the tree look like it's straining or it's upset or mad or sad? Nah, bro, the tree just be chilling. So obviously, when the point of life is life, it gives you the ability to chill, bro. Because just like with what Brian Withers be saying, Abraham, the power I am, everybody who's putting a strong, effort into trying to help the collective, everyone just be saying that really it's all about chilling. It's all about chilling, vibing, and letting the good come to you. Letting your intentions be made manifest. The next topic that I want to talk about is hell yes or hell no. You dig? I'm going to start writing on this thing. We talking about hell yes or hell no. And I just think that this is a helpful thought because, we already did that one, by the way. I just think this is a helpful thought because it should help you with your decision making and your understanding of what it is that you want and where it is that you want to go and what it is that you want to do and how we can take the next step into what it is. Because as humans, we have the ability to choose. That tree doesn't have the ability to choose what it's about to evolve into. It's about to evolve into a better tree, which is good, but humans, we have the ability to decide, am I going to go into website design? Am I going to go into coding? Am I going to go into audio? Am I going to go into electrical engineering, structural engineering, plumbing engineering? And really just what it comes down to is hell yes or hell no. Because when you get into a spot that you like, that just like I said in the other video, you want to get to a spot that you like and then grow. So even like with me right here on this YouTube channel, it's like my shit ain't popping as much as I could see it popping, but I'm in a spot that I like and I want to keep growing. And that is what we should be after. We shouldn't be after just trying to just jump to the top of the leaderboards at the beginning, or when deciding our next step, or what makes most sense, because life keeps giving us opportunities with each moment. Where's the hell yes in this moment? Where's the hell no in this moment? Stay far away from the hell no and get really close to the hell yes, and just keep walking that hell yes path, man, and your life becomes a hell yes. You dig? Again, with the silver lining. This silver lining idea means so much to me because in life you just come around so many different people. I say it every video and I probably will continue to, that there's infinite fucking shits going on out there, buddy. Infinite. You can see it on YouTube. You scroll through YouTube, you could just scroll endlessly all day long, endlessly scroll and never run out of content. That's because there's infinite shit going on and everybody thinks they're right. I stay down the road from a really busy club spot. It's like a really strong destination here in this city. One of the best places in the city, I drive through it and shit, you know, just to, you know, take my look. You know, I've put boots to the ground over there plenty of times, but it's like, the thing that I'm trying to get at is like, everybody always sizing you up, trying to see what you are, what you aren't, what you do have, what you don't have, you know, what's good about you, what's not. And that depends on the perspective of the holder. You dig what I'm saying? So if someone come around me and like, oh, he this and that, someone else come around me and be like, oh, he this and that, for the same thing. One person sees it as a hell yes, the other sees it as a hell no. And all I'm trying to get at is you and me and our lives can't be affected by the yeses or the nos. We have to see the silver lining. We have to see what is good for us in this situation, in this experience. And we gotta hold on to that, because life doesn't always look exactly how you want it to. And in those moments that it doesn't, we don't want to get caught up in, you know, the contrast. As Abraham says, as Brian says, you know, we don't want to get caught up in that contrast, bro. You wanna instead focus on what you got here to be thankful for, such as me with this beautiful juice that I'm finna sip on right quick. Bless the holy energy who has allowed me to manifest. You know, that's something worth saying, bro. You say the same thing, sis. Bless the divine energy that has caused us to manifest what is in front of us. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I just want to show y'all some of the cool shit, you know what I'm saying, that I've been able to manifest on some shit. I'm not trying to flex, I'm just trying to be like, I'm just trying to say like what this next thing is, which is the human body is the perfect vessel for consciousness. And by that I mean, bro, like, I'm gonna tell you a story on this right here. You know, I literally sat here and was like, yo, like, the day is gonna come where I have my beautiful Galaxy Fold, you know, and I was sitting here like this, boom, haha, look at me, haha, you know, I've got my Galaxy Fold, isn't this so cool, ha ha ha. Did that a few times, and then what do you know, that shit just comes into my hands, bro. So what I'm getting at, sis, is like, that's how it works. Like, our human body, we just gotta take care of it, you know. And I think I'm onto something really big right now that we just gotta take care of it, man. I'll write it right here. We just gotta take care of it. You know, we gotta take care of our human body. We gotta feed it, we gotta clothe it, we gotta make sure that whatever it's doing, it feels right doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if right here I feel right doing this, then this is where I need to stay. Hell yes, hell no. And then once you start thinking about shit that you want, like let's say you imagine in your land, you know, with your house and your family, you know, that is where you're at, bro. That is you and your energy creating. You know, that's not the body. That's not the body doing that, and it's not the body's job to figure it out. It's just the body's. You just take care of the body, and you listen to it, and you put it in positions where it feels the best. You know, where it feels like this is where I'm supposed to be. And you know, you just want to keep this vibration high. You know, you want to keep it in love, peace, and joy, and enlightenment. You just keep the body there, and then just watch as shit happens. Like yesterday, I really wanted something to come through for me, and I had already taken action. You know, I had already taken some action, and the action didn't yield, you know, the results that I wanted. So I was like, you know what? My body feels peaceful right here. You know, like I'm having joy. You know, it feels good to be right here. So I'm gonna just be here. You know, and I was just being, and then boom, the call came through. The call that I needed came through, and the person said the words that I wanted to hear. It's literally just like that. All right, let's move to the next one. Oh yeah, we got a quote from the Gospel of Thomas. I'm gonna go ahead. It's this one. It's number 8. It says, "The man is like a wise fisherman who cast his net into the sea and drew it up from the sea full of small fish. Among them, the wise fisherman found a large fish. He threw all the small fish back into the sea and chose the large fish without difficulty. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear." And I'm gonna tell you why I love this quote so much, because it's like this. The fisherman who casts his net into the sea, it's just the mind looking at all the thoughts that are available. Drew it up from from the sea full of small fish. A whole bunch of what the fuck ever thoughts. Among them, the wise fisherman found one large fish. That means a single. He found one good thought. He threw all the small fish, the bullshit thoughts, back into the sea and chose the large fish without difficulty. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. Pretty much all that's about is your mind is gonna go and see a fuck ton of thoughts. Like I say every time, a fuck ton of thoughts. You choose the hell yes thought, bro. You gotta choose that hell yes thought. That's how we can be as wise as that fisherman that Jesus was talking about in that parable. We got a couple more for you. Every moment we step into the future bends around our focus and intentions. So it's not random, bro. None of this shit is random. It's not like I'm gonna sit here and think red and then in the future I'm gonna get green. And even if it goes like that, right? Let's say I think red and then I get something green. As long as I don't change my mind to green, as long as I keep my mind on red. No, I said red. The next day gonna come and red gonna come. It's literally that simple, bro. And it's beautiful because every moment we step into the future bends around our focus and intentions. That gives us hope, you know? That gives us hope, that gives us clarity. And like I said, hope is the bottom end of what we do here. We want that knowing. We want to know that every moment we step into the future is molding around our intentions. Because it is, bro. Like the moment is all that we have. And as we take a step into the next moment, it's like a beautiful algorithm that filters the last moment into the next moment. That's why if you're thinking about poverty, if you're thinking about lack, if you're thinking about how situations won't work for you, you gotta stop that shit immediately. That's a hell no. Get your mind off that shit right now and start thinking about, oh, I can have plenty. You know, I don't know how, but some way, somehow this is gonna work out for me. The life and death is in the power of the tongue, man. You know, last but not least, thought holds the mold. Action, intention in the universe bring it into manifestation, right? So, you know, I can think about all the coolest shit, bro. I think about the nicest cars. I think about having a great career. You know, I think about having a great life. I think about being able to give to my family as whatever they want, whenever they want. And just me holding those thoughts, you know, to me, I'm saying it's a knowing. Like I know that shit's coming to me. It's just a matter of time. And what is time besides the path, you know? But for anyone else, it's like if they're holding, I'm gonna say it again, like if you're holding thoughts of poverty, get off that shit. If you're holding thoughts of lack, get off that shit. Fear, get off that shit. Thoughts of just shit that you don't want to see come to you, manifest it. And the only reason we would ever do that is because we don't understand our own power, which is what I'm trying to do. You get it off that shit, and you understand that thought is the mold, and you just hold, you know, the ideas that you want to see come to fruition. You just hold that shit. Just hold it. You know, you'll be prompted to take some certain actions that are easy and fun and uplifting. You know, and then you just relax and breathe and just understand that the power that created that tree right there and causes it to grow, that doesn't need me to involve myself. You know, the rain falls, the squirrels come around, what the fuck ever. I ain't got to do shit, do I? I don't have to fucking do nothing for that tree to grow. That's exactly how it is with our intentions, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to do nothing. The universe will bring it to us. But we want to do stuff. That's why we're here, bro. You know, we here so that, you know, we can live life. And all of its beautiful understandings and all of its beautiful ideas with which are impossible to understand. And you know, right now I'm just shining a light on something good, man, on something good, because it's enough out there for me to understand that, you know, we got this. You know, we gonna stand on doing something good. So anyways, you know, last but not least, like I said earlier, you know, we're just given this body and we just gotta take care of it. You dig? We're the consciousness. Yeah, the consciousness controlling the body. And with that, I hope that I gave you some value. Remember to like, follow, subscribe. I'll catch you next one. Peace.